ノアの言う通り、地下が操られている気配はないわね。
I thought so. Did you uncover anything related to her memory problems?
接触を図った可能性は高いでしょうね。ただ、すでにマナの気配はほとんどないわ。何が起きたのかを特定するのは難しいかしら。
Yeah, makes sense.
ひとまず、注意をするのは当然だと思いますが、それ以上のこととなると。
I'll be honest. I don't even know what I'm supposed to watch out for.
普段と違うことには気をつけるべきだ。妙な誘いを受けても、不用意に受け入れないように。
So basically what we've been doing, we're being forced on the defensive. So this is just what we have to do. Panicking and causing a ruckus wouldn't exactly help things either. This is so annoying. Isn't there some way we can, like, catch them? Through a sting operation or something, maybe?
簡単にはいかないと思います。相手を釣ろうにも、相手もわからない状況だとね。裏をかくつもりが逆に出し抜かれたなんてことになったら目も当てられない。万が一のことが起きた場合、命の危機にさらされるのは陸なのよ。前にも言ったでしょ。マナは生き物が宿す根源的な力。それを奪われればどうなるか。
Yeah, I know. I don't have a death wish. I'm contemplating possible counter strategies when all of a sudden.
おーい、君たち。どうかしましたか？どうかしたはこっちのセリフ。そろそろチャイムが鳴るよ。教室に戻らないと。そうだね。そろそろ戻ろう。気を使っていただきありがとうございます。いやいや、お礼を言われるほどのことじゃないって。それに私もかぐやちゃんに用事があったからさ。
Please mention the syringe. You didn't mention it in the classroom, so.
私に？そんな大したことじゃないかもしれないんだけどね。ここで考えてほしいのは、古い宮殿の礎と土砂。これが何を指しているのかということなんですが。
Excuse me? Slithy toes and manxome foe. What? Those aren't words. Well, maybe they are, but you know that people don't say them in regular speech. It's not a common word in the English lexicon, or any lexicon in that matter.
もうチャイムが鳴りますし、今日はここまでにしておきましょう。次の授業の最初にこの比喩について答えてもらいますからね。
And then you raise your hand, but miss, you didn't actually teach us anything. You've only written 4 words on the chalkboard. You didn't clarify about anything. You just.
みんなちゃんと考えておいてください。わかりましたね。それでは授業を終了します。谷風くん、ちょっといい？
No. Huh? Oh, sure.
ちょっと一緒に来てもらえないかな。
I don't have a good feeling about this. Am I in trouble?
そういうわけじゃないんだけど、お願いしたいことが。
The usual. Honestly, it does kind of get annoying after a while. But we go way back, so I'd feel bad telling her no.
協力してもらえない？
Also, I made the executive decision between streams to I just increased the volume overall for everything. All right.
ありがとう、谷風くん。
Because like Kohibari is just too quiet. And then like Aurier can get too loud. So it's like Aurier is like the only one I turned down. But it was subtle. Yeah. Because obviously every time I edit these videos, I boost the volume. Because I found out during Amazing Grace, it took that long that anytime I post on YouTube, the volume gets a lot lower than I expect. So yeah, I stand up.
どこかに行くの?
Just with Miss Ozata for a bit. She asks me to help her sometimes. For physical labor stuff, she can't do herself usually. Why does YouTube do that? It's something to do with the compression. And also, I mean, with the editing, they kind of just boost it in the software by itself. I don't know.
そう。僕も手伝おうか。
Nah, I'll be fine on my own. If she needed more people, she would have asked others beside just me. Because, okay, here's the thing, right? In general, my volume on my editing software is higher than on my browser, right? So there's that, and also, well, no, it is because of that I didn't realize my videos were that much quieter, right? Because, yeah, it's probably just manual labor like usual. Wait.
バックログ画面だ。
If she needed more people, she would have asked others besides just me.
そうなると、今の僕では役に立てないか。
I'll be back in time for next period.
わかった。
It shouldn't be too long.
いってらっしゃい。
So, what do you need me to carry for you today?
そんな嫌味な言い方しなくても。もしかして怒ってる?
No, this is flirting. Yeah, let's call it that. No, not really. I just feel like you depend on me a little too much. Maybe a little too much.
それを言われると謝るしかないんだけど、本当にごめんなさい。
Look, just be glad you're a hot teacher. Well, it's no problem for me. I'd hate to ignore you when you need the help.
ありがとう。りっくんの優しさにはいつも感謝してる。これまでのお詫びというかお礼はいずれ機会を設けるから。
Sure, I'll remember it. We should get a move on. Though I don't want to be late for my next class.
そうだね。
So, where's the stuff I need to carry?
ごめんね、りっくん。
Oh no! It's really not a big deal.
本当にごめんね。
Why do you keep apologizing? I'm not mad at you or... Right as I turn around towards her, something juts into me. Fumika just bumped into me. Not a split second later, an intense pain races through my body. Not where she's touching me, but in my chest. It's like I'm being stabbed somewhere deeper than my heart. Okay, this is like... Okay, the music maybe... God damn it. The pain is so sharp, so excruciating that my body stiffens like a board. Okay, now the music's gone down.
ごめん。ごめんね。でもこうしないといけない気がして。
Here's the weird thing, right? Is like... Fumika and Kaede had the same, like, blank expression when they held the syringe, but then for Shiraishi, I guess she didn't hold it long enough for her to have the same reaction. I don't know. Fumika... I just stop before I can finish saying her name. The piercing pain gets stronger and stronger until my insides feel like they're being incinerated. Fumika stabbed my abdomen with something. It looks like a syringe. Jutting out from the silver cylinder is what appears to be a long, thin needle, which is currently plunged into my skin. From how ornate the syringe looks, it's clearly not for medical use. Whatever she's stabbing me with, it isn't normal. If I had to guess, it's some sort of medical item. Let's go back to what he said, right?
バックログ画面だ。
First thing he says, it looks like a syringe. Okay, second thing he says, clearly not for medical use. Last thing he says, it's some sort of magical item, right? Yeah, I didn't. It's like I first of all I misread it. Second of all, it's still a no shit, right? 'Cause it's like, what else could it be? Now Fumika's the one being controlled. Someone's forcing her to stab me with the syringe. I instinctively know what the desired effect is. If I go by my assumption that this is a syringe, then I feel the strength leaving my body. My vision fades to darkness. A crimson flame floats in the center of the void. Typically, its heat threatens to scorch me alive, but right now it seems so tiny, so distant. A shiver runs up my spine. I feel an intense sense of dread. Fuck. Yeah, this is really bad. Also, Fumika, this isn't a good first impression if you wanna be part of the other girls in the route that have routes. It's like, the other girls haven't tried to kill him. Maybe Orie, because she's jealous that Kaguya is a little too clingy with him, but like that's an exception. She's trying to steal my demonic powers. I know I need to do something, but what? Look, if you're gonna die, at least, you know, at least bang the teacher first. And sorry about this, Fumika. Right as she attempts to push the thing deeper inside me, somehow, I manage to shove her away. The pain is so crippling that I immediately collapse to my knees.
万が一のことが起きた場合、命の危機にさらされるのはリクなのよ。
Yeah, it's not like you said that 10 minutes ago or anything. Some people are into getting their life threatened. Exactly. Alright? Like I said, at least bang the teacher if you're gonna die anyway.
前にも言ったでしょ。マナは生き物が宿す根源的な力。それを奪われればどうなるか。
Like, what is she gonna do? Remember that she killed you? So what? I think it's a good trade-off. Well, not for me. If she was Noah, though. Noah, then? Listen. If she was smaller, then. If she was Chisaki, then. I'm now realizing the gravity of her warning firsthand. It only took 10 minutes.
あれ、私、なんで
She snapped out of it real quickly, apparently. She didn't... Yeah. Even in VNs with multiple lollies, I normally choose one lolly to love. I know you do. You've said this multiple times. Shut up. We literally talked about this during Kakenuke. I lying on the floor in the counseling room, giving my head a gentle shake. I rise to my feet. You were literally tossing up between Shiori and what was her name? Ritsu. Because they're both lollies. I was still deciding. Are you still deciding? Cause, well, it's gonna take a while. Well, no. I'm about to get back into Kakinuke once I finish Lucy's route, right? Giving my head a gentle shake, I rise to my feet. Oh shit, maybe she did. Oh shit, she does remember. That means if you banged her, she would have remembered you. Never mind. Talk about weak-willed. Talk about weak-willed, bro. Aere and Shiraishi were a lot stronger than this. Urikun is on the floor right next to me. The syringe is lying on the floor. It must have fallen out of him at some point. Wait, she isn't holding the syringe? Like I said, talk about weak-willed. Kaede was holding the syringe, and that would explain why she had those thoughts. Alright? She isn't even holding the syringe and she's having these thoughts. Why did she still have the syringe on her while she was in class? That's not very safe of you, Teach.
Rick-kun, ごめんね。急に刺しちゃって。びっくりしたよね。リックン？ねえ、リックンってば。
He remains sprawled across the floor, not responding in the slightest. I shake him, but he still lies there lifelessly. He doesn't even move a muscle. He almost seems dead. Damn, and he didn't even get head. He died before he got laid.
Arigato! 助かったよ.
Okay. Just when I increase the volume too. Man, I fucking hate you. Where is he?
俺の声はちゃんと聞こえてるか? 俺の声は
Well, maybe the voice is on other male, even though it's still clavy. Under other male.
何？誰？どこから？
俺のことは気にしなくていいよ。あんたのそばにいるわけじゃないから。
Okay, it's a bit quieter, but...
それ、どういう... 何？どういうこと？
言ったろ？俺のことは気にしなくていい。それよりも問題は、目の前に倒れてる彼だ。
そうだ、リク！私、なんでリクを？
この圧倒的な力は、本物だな。本物の魔王だ。話には聞いていたが、とんでもない量のマナだな。まさかこうもうまくいくとはな。もう少し長期戦も覚悟していたが、助かった。
マナ？なんなの？リックはどうなっちゃったの？
あんたにもわかるように言うなら、そうだな。 大量の血液を失ったようなもんだ。うまくやってくれて感謝してるよ。あの女の子から持ち主が変わったのが功を奏したか。
そんな、早く救急車を呼ばないと。
他の連中に知られると面倒だ。悪いが、それは諦めてくれ。
私、こんなこと、りっくんってば。
さらに申し訳ないが、もうちょっと付き合ってもらえるか。そいつを回収しないとな。
Man, these girls are taking a fucking long ass time to get here.
ことが済んだら、お詫びに教え子を刺した記憶は消すよ。安心してくれ。約束は守るさ。
あ、小里先生、どこに行っていたんですか？
See, what did I tell
ブロ
you?
グ画面だ。
He could have banged her and she wouldn't have remembered any of it. Because she would have had her memories erased.
後藤先生。
授業が終わったのに職員室に戻ってこられないので心配していたんですよ。
申し訳ありません。
何かあったんですか？
いえ、それがひどいめまいのようなものが。ですので、ちょっと休んでおりました。
体調管理も重要な仕事ですよ。我々の体調によって授業進度も変わります。その影響を学生も受けるわけですから。
はい、申し訳ありません。
いえ、すみません。今言うことではありませんね。いくら気をつけていても思うようにはいかないこともあるでしょうし。それで体の調子はいかがです？残りの授業続けられそうですか？
申し訳ありません。本日は早退させていただけないでしょうか。
わかりました。仕方ありませんね。
ご迷惑をおかけして誠に申し訳ありません。
ただ残りの授業に関しての簡単な引き継ぎなど必要最低限のことだけはお願いしますよ。
はい、かしこまりました。
Is this another background with characters from other Ubisoft games in it? After walking a bit of a roundabout route, I finally arrive at my destination. I'm at the biggest park in the neighborhood. Just one. The one by herself in the distance. I mean, I guess it makes sense that the girls in the foreground aren't in a Ubisoft game. They seem too young, and neither are the family on the picnic blanket, or the guys on the right, or the guy with the dog. I don't know. Are the buildings in a Ubisoft game? Never mind. It's nice and spacious, full of luscious green grass. Everyone living in this town came here to play at least once as a child. I did, as did Rikun and Amane. I spot so many children here now. Most of their moms laughing joyfully, enjoying picnics. Only one family is enjoying a picnic. I'm standing among them, blanking out. I don't know when he'll arrive, but I have to wait. I don't know why. I just know I have to. Before I know it, the sun has set. The moon hangs above, with tiny stars dotting the sky around it. Is Riku still on the fucking floor in the I don't know what room you'd call that. Her office? I don't know. He's still on the floor that, you know, Noah, Kaguya, Orie, like, oh, he'll be fine. I'm sure he's got everything figured out. I'm sure there's a reason why he's you know, he hasn't responded to our texts. And despite how much time has passed, I still stand where I am, where I was. The children from earlier have long since left. I'm the only person left. Actually, no. There's another person in front of me, walking this way.
ご苦労様。
You took your sweet ass time. Why did you take so long? What, you were worried that there were people who were going to see you? You could have just gone to a secluded alley or something, or told her to go to a secluded alley or something.
その声は。
待たせて悪かったな。
あなたの声がさせって。そうだ、私はリクも。
大丈夫だ。約束は守るから安心してくれ。すぐにその記憶は消してやる。だから、回収したマナを渡してもらえるか。それでようやく俺も目的が果たせる。
Yeah, that's the other thing. Did she even pick up the syringe? Oh, she did. The man extends his hand. I place the syringe into his open palm. The very syringe I stabbed Rikun with. Why would I do something like that? I can't find any answers in my memories. The guilt and anguish linger and my hands are now shaking, or even shaking now. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. So, they found Riku on the floor, right? Obviously they're not... Try to look for him where they would... Okay, sure. My fucking USB hub disconnected or whatever. I don't even know where I don't even know when it stopped disconnecting. Whatever. Either way, right? Surely Noah, Kaguya, Orie would have found Riku where they would suspect him to be, aka why am I blanking on the name? Fumika's office. And then, oh, Fumika's not there. He's on the floor dying. Something must have happened. So the next thing they would have done is to follow Fumika, found her standing around this park. They're not going to confront her because there's obviously a reason why she's here, and they're gonna and they waited for someone to show up, and you know, surely, right? Surely that's how it's going to work out. Surely they're not going to. Surely Clavi won't get the won't get Diablo's mana that easily, right? I can't find any answers in my memories. The guilt and anguish linger in my hands and even shaking now. Confused and powerless, I simply look up at the sky, gazing at those tiny stars. One I note is twinkling much brighter than the others. It almost seems to be glowing in size. Wait, the light actually is growing in size. It grows larger, getting brighter. The star falls right onto me. Actually, no, it's not a star. Large white wings, porcelain doll-like skin, and beautiful flowing hair. See, I told you. Maybe they woke him up. I mutter in awe.
見つけたぞ。
なんだ、空から。
Well, you know, she had to make a dramatic entrance, so like, why wouldn't she?
いくら周辺に注意を払っても、空の警戒をおろそかにしては意味がなかったね。
はあ、空って。翼だなんて、魔族にだっていないぞ。何者だお前。
Wait, demons don't have wings? They got mad nerfed apparently. What happened to what mythology do demons not have wings in?
僕は魔族じゃない。天使だ。
天使？
そうだ。僕は谷風陸を守る天使だよ。
冗談じゃない。自由に空を飛べるような相手がいるなんてこと、想定してたまるか。
そのようだね。そのおかげで、ようやくこうして君を捕まえることができる。
そうか。あんた、魔王のそばにいた女か。奇妙な気配だとは思ったが、まさか空を飛ぶなんて。
Yeah, it's hot, isn't it? I mean, they're hot, aren't they? I mean, she's an angel.
あんたが何者なのか、本当に天使なのか、気にならないわけじゃないが、今はどうでもいい。それよりいいのか、こんなところにいて。谷風陸を守るんだろ。マナを失って死にそうになってるんじゃないか。
その心配は必要ない。なぜなら彼は今もしっかり生きてるからね。
Yeah, he's probably getting his dick sucked by a mane. I mean, his blood sucked by a mane. I mean, his...
は？
I walk across the desolate park, slowly approaching the man. I don't know why you guys would think that he's still on the floor, dead. Well, obviously, if Noah's here, you know, his supposed guardian, protector, then obviously he wouldn't be on the fucking floor in her office still. Back from the dead, assholes. I'm sorry, I got caught up in all. Sorry, you got caught up in all this, Fumika. Listen, the writers needed to find an excuse to get her in on the action, so that she can become the 6th member in the harem. That has a route. The sixth girl that has a route.
そんなことよりも違う。私の方こそリックを刺すなんて。
It's fine. If it didn't drain him of his powers, he would have been into it.
私本当にどうしてあんなこと。ごめんね、リック。
Don't worry. I know you're not responsible, Fumika. You're a victim in all of this. Don't blame yourself.
でも
I'll handle this. You just take a nap.
眠れ。
Her eyes slowly close. I catch her as she falls asleep, and lay her gently on the ground.
なんでお前がここにいる。あれだけのマナを失ったのに、なんでだ。
Don't worry. If mana is a euphemism for cum, then he's been pent up this entire time. Never mind. The indignant man looks down at the syringe in his hand.
魔王のマナじゃないのか。
His eyes soon snap back to me.
だが、偽物だとしても、お前が危険なくらいマナを失っていたのは間違いなかった。なのになんで。
I was on the verge of death. I was on the verge of death. I'll give you that. Several hours earlier, I had lost large quantities of mana in the guidance room. Guidance room, I guess. Yeah, that's. It's not her office. It's the guidance room, and I was definitely on the verge of death. But that wasn't because Fumika stabbed me. It was all an elaborate ruse to capture the wait, what? To capture the other welder who was after me.
おい、君たち。
So it was all part of the plan to seem dead.
どうかしましたか？どうかしたはこっちのセリフ。そろそろチャイムが鳴るよ。教室に戻らないと。そうだね。そろそろ戻ろう。気を使っていただきありがとうございます。いやいや、お礼を言われるほどのことじゃないって。それに私もかぐやちゃんに用事があったからさ。私に？そんな大したことじゃないかもしれないんだけどね。教室でのこと、地下の様子をずいぶん気にしてたでしょ。あれって前に言ってた魔王が関係してるってこと？ああ、 それは
言えないのなら無理には聞かないんだけど、それよりもチカのことで気になることがあって。
というと、
ノアちゃんと谷風くんが教室を出て行った後、チカが変なものを出したんだよ。注射器っぽい怪しげなもの。
A syringe.
そう、アクセサリーっぽく見えなくもないけど、どう見てもチカの趣味じゃなくてさ。それにチカがどこでそれを買ったのか覚えてないんだって。記憶が曖昧になってることと魔王が関係あるなら、あの注射器も関係してるのかもって思ったんだけど。
でもそんな怪しげな気配はなかったわよ。
かぐやちゃんが教室に来る直前に危ないからって小里先生に没収されちゃったんだよね。今は小里先生が管理してると思う。
なるほど。となると先生を調べてみる必要がありそうね。
A syringe. Yeah.
あくまで注射器っぽいだよ。針はあったけど病院で見るようなのとは違ってたから。アクセサリーっぽく見えなくもないって言ったでしょ。なんかいろいろ装飾が施されてて。
That makes it sound even more sketchy. Like something from the other world.
私もそう思った。
形状から考えると、刺すことでマナを奪い取る道具とか？ありえるわね。
But Fumika has it now. So do we even need to worry about it? Oh, unless Shiraishi tries to get it back.
いいえ、チカが操られている様子はなかった。むしろ問題は、その注射器に所有者を操るような魔法を付与されている場合ではないでしょうか。
Yeah, but like, why didn't Shiraishi appear to have the same adverse effects to holding the syringe as everyone else did? Two people did.
ええ、それが問題ね。
まさか小里先生が谷風くんを襲うとか。
Yeah, I like the sound of that. I mean, no, I'd hate that. I'd hate if the hot teacher attacked me.
わからないけど、先生を調べてみた方がいいでしょうね。
Wait a sec. Couldn't we use...
どういうこと？一芝居打つということ？
What the fuck is going on? Did the mic pick up that I said about earlier? What? Why is it disconnecting? The pain is so crippling that I immediately collapsed to my knees. But I managed to keep my consciousness afloat. I fight through the pain, doing everything I can to prevent my demonic powers from being taken from me. Almost instinctively, I recall the training I did to prevent transmigrations. Pain and arousal are different feelings, but the key is to not let them phase you. Don't let the pain warp my thoughts. Keep my mind calm, focus. Fuck.
リク、確認ができた。大丈夫よ。やはり直接操る類のものではないわ。
Was she just like waiting in the background for her to leave?
強力な暗示で一定の行動を仕向けるものみたい。
Fuck, this hurts like hell. I've never felt pain like this before. Normal injections are nothing in comparison.
マナを奪うための道具だ。肉体を傷つけられる物理的な痛みとは全く違う。よく我慢したね。
I swear if we screw this up now...
そんなことにならないよう、僕も最善を尽くす。お兄、
に平気ではないんだろうけど。
Oh, Amane was in on it too. Wasn't even part of the original conversation. She wasn't even in the original conversation though.
うわ、ぶっ刺さってる。痛そう。
Yeah, the worst part is that it was a thick ass needle too.
抜いても構わないんですよね。ええ、問題ないわ。抜いたら私に渡して。魔王のマナを回収したように偽装を行うから。
Oh, wait, what? And now I'm confused at what's happening right now. Wait, I'm confused at the order of events because like, wait, hang on a minute. Okay, I need to go back. I didn't catch it. Keep going. Oh, okay. They're going to explain it. Amane, please.
私？
I'm kind of scared to take it out myself.
だっさ。
Listen, you're used. Well, maybe your other self is used to pulling out. Wait, no. You're injecting. Wait. He's good at sucking. Just do it already.
はいはい。じゃあ鬼抜くよ。
Sharp objects. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. She's used to sticking two sharp objects into his neck. Do it.
本当に抜くよ。
Okay.
いい？今から抜くよ。本当に抜くよ。
Stop screwing around and do it already.
緊張してたら余計に痛いかもしれないから軽い冗談で和らげてあげようっていう妹の心遣いだよ。私の優しさが伝わってないみたいで妹とても悲しいです。
I don't care.
了解。
They didn't even give me enough time to read it out. I don't care. Just pull it. Here. Ow. Yeah, that's. You could have given me some warning.
お兄が早くって言ったからなのになんか理不尽じゃね？
Well, it still hurts. Couldn't you at least wait a second?
それよりも天音さん、それをこちらに。
Wait. I thought it looks empty, bro. Where's the blood? Where's the mana? Why does it?
ああ、はい。それでお兄本当にやるの？
Well, you were a vampire in your past life, so you're the only one I can ask. I recalled one particular memory of Diablo's that I saw. Vampires are able to drain my mana, and fortunately Amane is able to Amane is someone I can trust.
あの格好になるのガチで嫌なんだけど。
Don't worry, you're only saying that because you're used to the 18 plus version of the outfit. The all ages version is a lot more tame.
今回は仕方ないか。はあ、
天音、
わかってる。いいよ。
それじゃあ天音のマナを刺激して。
なんかくすぐったい。
Do you really have to moan like that?
別にふざけてるわけじゃない。
Yeah, don't listen to this part with your eyes closed. In fact, it doesn't matter if they're open. You don't even know what's happening.
私が強引にマナに干渉しているからよ。ほら、じっとして。
She's stimulating her.
マジで際どすぎるってこの格好。
Don't worry. Julie's is far worse. I mean, it straight up looks like something the succubus would wear. At least he understands. At least he gets the fact that it looks less tame than the actual succubus. Though I don't dare comment that aloud. She'd kill me.
じろじろ見ないでほしいんですけど。
I'm not. I just feel bad that you have to get involved in this.
別に今更でしょ。それにお兄が狙われてると私も迷惑するし。あとこれも貸しだから気にしないでいいよ。
You never said anything about it, but whatever. Fine. I really need your help with it. I really need your help for this. I don't blame her. She is going to have to suck my blood. Listen, it was a lot less voluntary the first time she did it, so, you know, Amane may have been a vampire in her past life, but she's not one now. She probably finds the whole idea revolting. Well, you know, considering the fact that she can do it, probably, you know. Please?
はいはい、了解。けど、本当にうまくいくかな。吸血してお兄のマナを吸収するなんて。可能なはずだ。以前、前世返りをした際にも、君は本能的にリクの血を求めていた。
Yeah, if only she sucked something else. I mean...
今の君は、吸血鬼としての性質も持ち合わせていると考えられる。そっか。あと、この面を。何これ？狐のお面？周囲からの認識を阻害する魔法が仕掛けてあるわ。魔王のマナを吸い取った分、茜の力が目立つことになる。それをごまかすのに、その面が役立つわ。
I loosen my tie and undo my top bottom button to expose my neck. Top bottom. Amane moves toward me with slow steps. First her breath grazes my neck, and then her lips gently touch my skin. And then, with slight reluctance, her teeth dig in. My expression warps from the searing pain. If I had a nickel for every time a vampire sucked the main character's neck... I was gonna say I'd have 2 nickels because of Lucy and Amane, but, you know... Well, no. Out of the visual novels that I've played up until this point, there's only been 2 vampires. There's only been 2 vampires. Alright? I'm not counting the one from what is it? Autori? Because, like, I haven't played that game. Is it Autori? Whatever. I can hear her throat pulsating right next to my ear. The sounds of which are getting louder and more frequent. What do you mean you're pretty sure? You're the one who played it. Amane.
お兄、なんかね、私、どうしよう。
No, don't get too into it, okay? You only get permission to do that when it's finally your route. When it's your turn to be the route character.
おいしい。お兄の血、なんか、おいしい。
Well, you know, if we're basing it off of magical marriage lunatics, then that means they have good compatibility, alright? And then and then if Riku gets hard from it, that means they have even better compatibility. And she takes a large gulp, overcome by a horrendous dizziness. I lose my sense of balance and my vision dims. 万が一のことが起きた場合、命の危機にさらされるのはリクなのよ。前にも言ったでしょ。マナは生き物が宿す根源的な力。それを奪われればどうなるか。 I'm realizing the gravity of her warning firsthand. She's not just draining my blood, but my mana too. If I lose too much of either, I'll die. I can tell myself how low my temperature's dropping. My temperature's dropped. Wait, if she doesn't stop, I think I might actually die. The fear hits me, but it's too late. I can no longer move. I'll just have to believe Amane. In Amane.
あまね、もう十分だ。これ以上は必要ない。
落ち着いて。これ以上は本当に命の危険が。
My consciousness is fading. My fear hasn't abated, but it's too late to do anything about it now. So what you're saying is that the syringe didn't do jack shit. The reason he's so tired when confronting Clavi is because of Amane. But that still doesn't answer how they have the syringe. And then Fumika gets the syringe again. They still haven't answered that.
あれ、私。ごめん。飲み出すと止まらなくなって。もしかして吸いすぎたかな、お兄。
No, it's fine. He's an arrogant protagonist, alright? Draining his blood is like trying to drain him of his cum. It's impossible.
あれ、お兄、お兄。ちょっとお兄ちゃん。嘘。もしかして私、お兄ちゃんを。
大丈夫よ。安心して。まだ死んでない。
Don't worry, it hasn't switched to another person's perspective, so he's still alive.
ギリギリ死んでない。ギリギ
リなんだ。冗談抜きで危ういところだったよ。ごめん。マジでごめん。
ですが、前向きに考えることもできます。危険があるからこそ、相手を騙せるのではないでしょうか。
それは、確かに否定はできないか。
とにかく、このまま継続してみましょう。ぐだぐだ悩んで時間を無駄にしてると、リクがどんどん危なくなるわ。
そうだね。今さらやめるわけにはいかないね。あれ、私、なんで
Okay, yeah, I'm very confused about the timeline of events. Okay, so what you're saying is Fumika stabs Riku. She passes out, I guess, and then all of that event, all of that shit happens, and then she wakes up again. Wait, what? Yeah.
そっか。私、りっくんを刺したんだ。
So it isn't because she snapped out of the brainwashing. It's because I think Kaguya cast magic around them, all like how the mask works, I guess.
なんでりっくんを刺すなんて。私、なんでそんなこと。私、こんなこと。りっくんってば。
But then like the next question is like, how come Clavi doesn't know about that happening? Or like, how does his magic work? Because he started communicating with her after she passed out for some reason. Right? What indication did, because she didn't, because he didn't talk to her after she picked up the syringe. It was still on the floor. So like, why did he start communicating with her now?
しっかりするんだ。
やっぱり衰弱が激しい。早くマナを戻さないと。
So like, she's passed out again. Right, yeah.
でもどうやって
やってお兄ちゃんを助ければいいの？
Also, like, where are these guys in this fucking room for Fumika to not see them? Are they like standing behind her? Wait. Are they like casting magic or whatever to hide their presence like Sora, but they're actually just invisible?
アマネの血を飲ませるのよ。今度は私が血を飲ませるの？吸血鬼は血をマナの媒体としている。血液からマナを補充することもできるし、逆に分け与えることもできる。そこまで量は必要ない。軽く滴らせて、それを舐めさせる程度でも効果は十分なはずよ。じゃあカッターナイフある？もしよろしければ私がお手伝いをしますが。
Of course you can.
じゃあ自分で切るのも怖いし。では失礼します。はい、お願いします。切るときはちゃんと切る。もう切ってるし。もうちょっとタイミングってものがあると思うんですけど。申し訳ありません。急いだ方がいいと思いましたので。それはそうなんですけど。いや、いいです。すみません。今はそれよりお兄を起こさないと。それで先生は？おそらく早退するつもりのようだね。
Okay. So she's left. She just left with the syringe and then wait, hang on. It's because the flashback didn't have everything that they showed before.
すぐにあれを回収するつもりかしら。ここは私に任せて。監視はノアに任せるわ。空から飛んでいけば相手の警戒も緩むはず。わかった。そっちは任せておいてくれ。だからリクのことはわかってる。お兄。
Amane?
お兄、ちゃんと起きてくれた。よかった。
There was this beautiful field of flowers and a bright light.
ごめんなさい、お兄ちゃん。
She apologizes immediately. Something she almost never does. Yeah, because she almost sucked you to death. What am I implying when I say that? I'll never tell. I mean, I was on the verge of death and she was responsible. I understand why she feels so awful. Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't need to apologize. I'm alive, see? And I asked you to do it in the first place. So, how's the situation looking? Are we gonna be able to pull this off?
今のところはうまくいっているはず。あとは相手がうまく引っかかってくれることを願いましょう。それで私この後どうすればいいの？この格好のままだと教室にも戻れないんだけど。それなんだけど、今アマネはリクを吸血したせいで体中がマナで満ちている。それだけマナが満ちていては元の姿に戻るのも難しいでしょう。何それ、困る。だからアマネには果たしてほしい大切な仕事があるのよ。
まんまとおびき出されたってわけか。マナの偽装に関してはともかく。まさか 空から監視してる奴がいるなんて誰が想像するんだよ。そっちのお前は魔族か？魔王のために異世界に来るなんてわざわざご苦労なことだ。
そちらこそ異なる世界に渡ってくるのは大変だったでしょ。安心していいわよ。私が責任を持ってあなたを送り返してあげるから。あなたもそろそろふるさとが恋しいんじゃない？
Yeah, but like, you know, considering the fact that he's not only important, an important enough character to have his own sprite,
設定画面だ。
he's so important, he has his own volume
俺の声
slider.
はちゃんと聞こえてるか？
That's how you know that he's one of the more important characters. So like, I don't think they're going to kick him away that easily. He's probably if they're going to fight, that he's probably gonna fucking retreat or something, and then think of another plan or whatever. I don't know.
残念ながらそんなでもない。この世界の文化はいろいろと興味深くてな。
そう。だったら強引にお帰りいただくしかなさそうね。
迷惑な話だ。
Also, calling him Otherworlder is ironic, right? Because you've got Kaguya, Orie, and Noah right there. They're all Otherworlders. So like,
私からすればあなたの存在が迷惑なのよ。心配しないで。殺すつもりはないわ。聞きたい話もあるし。次に目覚める時には見慣れた元の世界に戻っているだけよ。
Kaguya swings her arm. The flames hanging in the air converge together, forming an arrow that shoots straight toward the man. Yet it fails to strike him. Right before it hits his face, it's repelled away and the flames die out. There almost seems to be a bulwark made out of the quiet air between us.
俺だって世界を渡ってきたんだぜ。そこいらの連中に比べれば魔法は得意さ。
And the man spreads his palm in an exaggerated fashion. Not to mention later, the air around us is quaking. Not a moment later. Bit loud, but okay, thank you. A gale with strength that almost seems to defy the laws of physics gushes straight toward Kaguya. Flashbang. She forms a wall of flames in front of herself, which appears to burn the gale to nothing, but in reality... Kaguya.
平気よ。問題ない。
マナの制御に関する差はあくまで種族全体の平均での話だ。個人にまでそれが当てはまるのかどうかは別の話だぜ。ってそういや一人じゃないんだったな。種明かしするのが早かったんじゃないか。天使なんて存在隠してれば最高の不意打ちができただろうに。
Well, no. Noah was probably more of a red herring than... Kaguya attacks, but he easily blocks it. From what I can tell, we're clearly at a disadvantage here.
どうした？魔族が魔法で一族に負けるなんて情けない話だと笑われるぞ。
Oh, so he actually is a human. I thought he was just in disguise. I mean, I guess it wouldn't make sense for him to be in disguise when he... Wait. Yeah, while he was on the beach, right? So, yeah.
大冗談に構えてたさっきまでの余裕はどこに行ったんだ？侮りすぎだろ。
The man is fighting Kaguya while simultaneously keeping Noah in check, all without breaking a sweat.
認めるわ。あなたの言う通り。マナの制御だけなら、人族にも優れた者がいる。そしてあなたは、マナの制御に長けている。
嬉しいね。魔族に魔法を褒められるなんて、感動で涙が出そうだよ。
とはいえ、侮っていたつもりはないわ。予想外だったのは、あなたが使う魔法の出力。その強さ、使っているのは、あなたのマナだけじゃないわね。いいの？後先考えずに消費して。それ、あっちに戻るときに、ゲートを開くために持ち込んだマナでしょ？
なんだ、気づいてたのか。もうちょっと驚いてくれてもよかったのに。
あなた、あっちに帰るつもりはないの？
まさか。面白い世界で興味深くはあるが、骨をうずめるつもりはない。だが、マナを温存したところで、ここで負けたら意味がないだろう。
I mean, he does have a point there.
勝てばいいのさ。勝って魔王の力を手に入れれば、ゲートを開くなんてこともたやすい。不安を煽ろうとしても無駄だ。温存するつもりはないぜ。
So, okay, now I'm even more confused. So, like, is he just gonna stay here after he loses? Because, like, he's not gonna win, because then he's going to leave. And if he leaves, that means his importance as a character gets thrown out the window for, like, a bit. So maybe he does win. But, you know, that would kind of... I don't see a contingency plan if he does. Kaguya. The man launches a strong attack that sends Kaguya flying backwards. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should turn down the sound effects? Yeah, sure. A bit. I don't need you to play such a long-ass preview. Oh. Sample. I instantly race over to her.
あんたは魔族であることがあだとなったな。魔法が得意だから、その身だけでもどうにかできるから。どうせ俺のことも楽に捕まえられると考えたんだろう。だから準備を怠るんだよ。
Okay, so you're saying you hate demons? That's what you're implying by what you're saying. So then, when Orie reveals herself, right? Never mind. I don't know.
Noah!
Oh, you didn't hear that.
わかってる!
Kaguya fires off her flames, Noah her light. Both of them attack the man at the same time.
その出力じゃ俺には届かないな。
そのようね。けれど、そちらも同じでしょ？お互い決め手に欠けてるわね。
みたいだな。ほんと面倒なことだ。だが持久戦になれば有利なのは俺だぜ。準備してたマナにはまだまだ余裕があるからな。
The two girls cry out in pain. There are no visible wounds on either of them, but regardless, the man's right. We're at a disadvantage. If nothing changes, the two of them could very well sustain serious injuries. By the time that realization hits me, I've already started walking toward the man. Okay, I thought Orie would at least be here, but okay, where the fuck is she? Like what other role does she play other than protecting Kaguya?
おや、どうした？
I can't make them do all the work. Especially since I'm a guy. I mean, since I'm the one you're after here.
お前に何ができる？戦う能力があるようには見えないが。
Neither do you. You look like a fucking pretty boy until you use magic. What are you talking about? Maybe I'm not. But I have immense power within me. The power of friendship. Wait, no, wrong series. That's the whole reason you're chasing after me. I focus my consciousness, like I've done before. I drive it toward what lies within me. The crimson glow. I'm aware I won't be able to fully wield this power. But right now, a bluff is all I need. I need the man to focus on me, so I take a step forward. All the while, being careful to not let the flames consume me. I give the heat access. Then I return my consciousness to reality. Before me stands the man dumbfounded. His eyes are wide open, his mouth agape.
その姿はすげえな。話に聞いた通りの魔王の姿だ。
Yeah, he's a pretty good cosplayer, isn't he?
それで、俺に魔王の姿を見せてくれたのはどういうつもりだ？
I was hoping Diablo would... I was hoping he'd use the Diablo voice. I doubt you'd be able to defend against the overwhelming power of Diablo. You wouldn't be after my mana otherwise.
そうだな。それに関しては否定しない。だが、今のあんたには無理だろ。マナが足りなくて弱りきってるじゃないか。
Diablo's power is unparalleled. A little lost mana won't stop me from defeating you.
大体、あんたに魔法が使えるのか？この世界には魔法なんてない。
I think that goes without saying. It's taking everything I have just to control Diablo's power this way. I can't bend his powers to my will, nor use magic in any meaningful way. Nonetheless, I open my palm and point it toward the man. Who can say, but I'm willing to bet on the odds that I'll be able to defeat you.
はったりだろ。
No, he's very capable of his powers. I want to put that to the test. He doesn't respond. In the meantime, I remain calm and focus my consciousness through my palm. Through the cracks in my fingers, I glare at the man who smiles indomitably back at me. That's as much enthusiasm as he can muster, you know.
させない!
面倒だなクソが。
The attack was aimed at me, where the two girls jump in front of me to block. This causes the force of the impact to distribute across the three of us. That works out for the better, wouldn't it? You know, the distribution of the impact of the distribution of impact is a lot less for 3 people than it is for 2. You know. Well, I don't know how I would word that sentence. Either way, Augie and Noah feel less because you're also distributing it with them. I endure the pain coursing through me and continue staring down the man. Yeah, that's...
しつこい！諦めろ！
He's very intimidating, alright? With that scream, I unleash the energy I've been building in my palm. And from my burning hot palm comes... nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Idiot. Who do you think you are? Akaru? A whimper of air and a full-on sound.
は？だから言ったろ！制御できない！仮にできても俺には届かないって！でも、あんなカスカスな結果になるとは思ってなかったけどな。
No, this is the strategy, alright? If you make him laugh, he'll let his guard down. And then, never mind. All of my steadfast resolve, all of my cries resulted in this. The man sneering at me scornfully, Humiliatingly, he no longer views me as a threat, and as such his guard is lowered. See? That's the strat. He's too slow to react. Light rends through the darkness. From off in the distance flies a hurtling massive mana, which strikes the man. He would have blocked it if he could. However, with the sound of glass shattering, the man collapses onto the grass. Also, glass shattering? What do you mean? Not a moment later, a second attack follows. This one he had no hope of defending against. It sends him flying through the air, before tumbling down onto the grass again. I look over in the opposite direction and mutter, "Finally. Thanks for the assist, Amane." What do you mean, Amane? Okay.
うわ、マジか。私、こんなことまでできるようになっちゃってたのか。
So, what do you... So Amane does fucking something, but Oria, no, she still... where the fuck is... Yeah.
初撃に続き、2撃目もヒット。
Ah,
続けて3撃目もいけますか？
there you are. Why is she thanking Amane?
うん、わかった。
Why isn't she doing anything?
拡大します。相手の位置を確認してください。
I mean, is she a support? Was guiding Amane to use the magic? Right. But like, guide Kakeru, guide Riku to do it as well.
狙いを定めてください。外せばその分、相手が冷静さを取り戻します。
Is she meant to be like a support character? Because like, you know, that means all of the threats that she made to Riku about Kaguya are all in vain.
まず当てることを重視してください。不安になるようなこと言わないで。私、魔法なんて使うの初めてなんだから。問題ありません。これは難しい制御が必要なものではありません。
Does Oria have powers? Magic, I guess?
マナの塊を打ち出す。ただそれだけのことですから。正確には魔法ではありません。
IDK, what do you mean IDK? Does that mean she literally does nothing in this fucking in the common route? Man.
そうなの？実はちょっぴり魔法が使えるやばいとかドキドキしてたのに、ちょっと寂しい。
Not a Noah's route. I figured not Noah's route. Because it's the focus is on Noah. And if Orie doesn't do anything impressive in the common route, then why would she do something impressive in someone else's route? That isn't her own. She's actually just the support character in the common route.
それは失礼いたしました。ですが、それはそれとして。今は迅速に示弾の発射をお願いします。このままでは、姫様やノアさん、谷風さんに新たな被害が及びますので。わかってる。
Oria could have, and I just forgot. Okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't rely on you for information anymore.
私がサポートしています。細かいことは私に任せて、天音さんは狙いを定めることに集中してください。
For lollies you can. Of course for lollies I can. Why wouldn't... Oh, that's obvious. Also, thanks for following Mr. Bite. You've been commenting on my videos, but yeah, haven't followed on Twitch.
了解。こんな学校で長時間過ごさせるとか、とんでもない周知プレイだ。
Oria is pretty badass in Kaguya's route. I hope so.
この借りは何かで返してもらおう。絶対返してもらおう。けど、それより今はあの男の人、 あいつを何とかしないと。こんなことが続くと普通に迷惑なんだっての。
Harder to catch streams live. Yeah, there's a reason why I post my VODs as soon as I do, as in one day later, unless it's on Friday, and then it would be on the Monday. Never mind, it's a whole thing. The third strike hits the man, rendering him unable to stand up. He tumbles across the grass. Amane out of what would be the typical range of magical detection, and the masks helping her obscure her presence even further. Our surprise attack went according to plan, and perhaps even better than we'd hoped.
これはなんだ。一体何をした。
You're getting sniped by a girl who doesn't even who just figured out how to use her powers. That's what's happening. He could probably work it out if he stopped and thought about it. All he'd need to do is ask himself, since the mana in the syringe is fake, where did my magic come from? Where did my magic actually go? Tough shit. We're not telling you. I'm not telling.
そうだね。君は負けたんだから。
So like, what?
安心しなさい。さっきも言った通り、殺したりしないわ。あっちに送り返すだけ。
So like, what happens now? Because I understand that Ubisoft action scenes may feel anticlimactic considering I played through all of Riddle Joker, but like, you know, what's surely it doesn't end here, right? Surely he'll pull out a fucking bullshit out of his ass. Yeah.
ただ、いろいろと話は聞かせてもらうことになるだろうけど。
You know, he still has some magic, mana, I guess, I think. Right as Kaguya smirks cheekily at the man. Oh, never mind. The fourth attack hits. Oh shit, they hit the fourth tower. Never mind. He finally loses consciousness. Did we do it? How is it you're playing the All Ages version? I thought the only one purchasable is the 18+ one. See, that's the funny thing, right? Yes, it is. The 18+ version is the only one purchasable, but because there was an All Ages version that was taken off of Steam, like soon after it was announced to be on Steam, they have the files, right? Like with 9.9, they have the files to be able to switch to the adult version. The 18+ version. So Angelic Chaos still has those adult 18+ files. So I just took them out. And now I'm playing the All Ages version. He spent the entire time fighting against Kaguya and Noah on his own. Furthermore, it appears he's used up all of the mana he had in his reserve. We really do have him backed into a corner. I doubt he has any pals who will swoop in to his rescue. See, here's the funny thing, right? Here's the weird thing, is that it's a category on Twitch, and then like, okay, I'm playing the All Ages version, and then Dexter finds someone else who was streaming this game, and they're just streaming the fucking H scenes. Like, what? But Dexter's watching this guy play through through Amane's H scenes, like, huh? And then he's dual streaming it on YouTube as well, but the YouTube stream is completely blacked out. So like, what's up with that? Our plan was to initially have Noah and Kaguya face off against him as a decoy, then have Amane launch a surprise attack after he'd gotten a read on the situation. I didn't watch him. I was just like, what the fuck? And posted the information in your Discord. Well, but that's beside the point. It's too bad because Amane had an awesome CG during her attack a moment ago. but her vampire outfit is very much NSFW. Yeah. You see, here's the thing, right? With 9-9, you know, with 9-9, Miyako's CG at the last CG in episode 1, they went back for the all ages version to redo that CG so that she's fully clothed, which is why it's weird because she's not in the maid outfit in that CG in the all ages version. But Ubisoft, you know, they don't have the same quality as Paulette. I'm glazing a studio that I've only played one game of. Say one game series? Yeah, I guess. In the end, I guess we didn't need to play it as safe as we did. Well, better safe than sorry. It worked out, and that's all that matters. Sora's episode is the biggest difference between all ages and 18+. Yeah. I guess. There's like the back CG, and then the shower CG, and then obviously the 3 hate scenes. And then other than that, yeah. Because like with Miyako, it's like the only difference were the 3 hate scenes that they got rid of. No, and Kaguya even managed to avoid taking any injuries. But like with I don't know what with Haruka and Noah yet because I haven't played enough of their routes. As in, I've only played an hour of Haruka's their episodes. I'm exhausted. And my body aches all over.
無茶をしすぎだよ。君が前に出る予定はなかったはずだ。
I wish Bosco was able to finish his Let's Play of 9-9. Well, don't worry. I will. Unless I'm also cursed to not finish 9-9. I know, but I couldn't just finish I couldn't just watch as that happened to you.
何にしてもうまくいったんだからいいじゃない。
まあ、結果に関しては僕も文句ない。それに文句は言ったけど、感謝をしてる。助けてくれてありがとう。
そうね。私も感謝してるわ。
It feels weird having you guys thank me. Like, this was my problem to begin with. By the way, I was wondering, were you two only pretending that he had you bested to bait him? Could you actually wipe the floor with him if you wanted?
細かいことはいいじゃないか。こうして目的を果たすことには成功したんだ。
I don't know. He was one of the best YouTubers I know. I still have his Google Doc link for all his Let's Plays from his Patreon. Yeah, you're right. But doesn't he have... Well, no, the Rumble wouldn't have his 18+ things, I guess. So, are you guys going to take care of him? I sent you the Google Doc in your DMs. Okay, so what you're saying is that I need to study up on how to become as popular of an era game of a VN tuber as he is. through Let's Plays only, because like the only popular VN tubers at the moment, other than that other guy I've seen play through similar VNs that I do, don't actually do playthroughs of the VNs. They just talk about visual novels and stuff like that. And then the most popular one is talking about concepts surrounding visual novels. I don't know. So are you guys going to take care of him? It's almost impossible was like an exception for how big he was. I mean, yeah, I guess.
ええ、私の方でやっておく。
It's called Right Place at the Right Time. No, Lost Paws got really big off playing through VNs as well. There's a reason he isn't anymore. That's, a very scary way of saying that. Same thing with Anime Man, because there wasn't really much of a market. Well, there was a market, just not many people were what's the word? Capturing it. Yeah, that's
考えすぎよ。この男にも言った通り、命を奪うような真似はしないわ。
except like the thing with Joey is that other than the obviously popular VNs that he played and then Honey Pop, he also got popular because he played through visual novels that only had Japanese that didn't have English translations, and then he would translate it himself. So yeah, that was also a thing, but at the same time, I don't think most people would have watched those videos considering they needed to read. And I don't think people like reading. Most people.
あっちの世界に送り返すだけ。ただし、いろいろと話を聞かせてもらうつもりだけど。
You think you'll be able to get him to talk?
もちろん、圧力をかけることになるでしょうね。今後もこんなことが続くのは、リクとしても望んでいないでしょ？
Don't look at me like that. Definitely not. Well, thanks for dealing with all this stuff. It's not my place to meddle in the affairs of another world anyway.
ええ。
I'm so spent. All of a sudden, I feel dizzy. My vision teeters. On second thought, it's not all that surprising. Amana drained me of my mana, and I'm still missing most of it. I then proceeded to force myself into transmigrating, then used even more mana to craft my bluff, leaving me further drained. It's all finally catching up to me. Now that all the stress is gone, the weariness has taken its place. Still, knowing that we won does fill me with a sense of relief. I think I'm going to sleep like a log tonight.